Have I watched Pluribus? Oh, my Pluribus takes. My Pluribus takes. I don't know if you guys are ready for my Pluribus takes. I think I might. I don't want to give my take until season 1 is complete. I don't want to give my take until season 1. I'm watching it. I am interested. It's good. But I have a very political way of viewing shows like this. How could you not? Because it's about humanity marshaling its resources and changing it's about radical change on the planet, and the main character is a white American who wants to go back to the way things used to be. So I'm not quite ready to give my take, but let me just say, if the goal was to make me absolutely despise the main character and disagree with every single thing she's doing, then they're doing it. They're succeeding. I hope that's the point, but I don't know. I don't know, because I kind of feel like the movie lingers on too many dumb arguments that are embarrassing. Like when she recorded that video and she's like, and you're gonna miss your individuality when they finally absorb you into the hive mind. Also, the hive mind having like ending all wars and that being bad for humanity is some conserva brain bullshit. Can I just, there's two things. First, they have to nerf the hive mind and make it stupid. That's the first thing. They have to nerf the hive mind and make it stupid, because if they didn't make it stupid, well then obviously it would be good. So they have to be like, oh, but everyone's starving. Oh God, you know, we're not allowed to pick fruit. We can't pick any fruit, and we can't interfere with any life. And it's like, bitch, the human body is a battlefield. Our body is killing fucking eukaryotes and bacteria and funguses and viruses. It's a fucking war. Our immune system is spitting out fucking weapons of mass destruction 24/7, killing shit. Okay, the human body is killing shit left and right. What the fuck are you talking about? So the hive mind has some sort of arbitrary multicellular bias, which is inherently a human. It's inherently a human oriented, like medium sized perspective to have. What's the difference between a fucking corn stalk and a bacteria? If we're really talking about life, it's the same fucking shit. If we're gonna have that as an argument, right? So being human is or any multicellular organism, even single-celled organisms eat other cells. Like it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so they have to do that because they need to create this like, oh, the hive mind is communism winning, and it's a destruction of individuality, which leads to starvation. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Maybe I'm overinterpreting, right? And the other thing is, Vince, you're not smart enough for this premise. You're wrong. We could actually make food from petroleum. If we really wanted to adopt this philosophy where we did not want to interfere with any living creature, plant or animal, we could make sugar from petroleum. It just takes energy. The only reason we don't do it is because plants do it better and more efficiently with photosynthesis. They make sugars from using the energy of the sun, and that's efficient, right? But you can make sugars with air and electricity, or petroleum and electricity cheap. Like it's, you just, if you needed to make sugars and you wanted to make food, you could make food purely from the air and electricity, literally. That is called chemistry. And it seems like he doesn't understand that. I mean, and he's like, well, we're all just gonna starve to death. And it's like, no. He had to like create this nerf. And by the way, this is me being really autistic. I just hate the premise. He couldn't come up with anything better, that we're all going to starve to death because we can't figure out how to feed the world while also not doing horrible crimes to plants and animals. Like, come on. Mike is alchemy built. It's not alchemy. It's called chemistry. What the fuck do you think a plant does? They literally take air and water and sunlight and they put it together and they make sugar. That's what happens in the fucking chloroplasts, motherfucker. Humanity could do the same thing with technology if we needed to. What I'm trying to say is, I mean, I get the point. Like I'm being kind of a midwit here, which is fine, which is why I'm saying I'm holding it back by judgment until the full season is completed. I could understand what he's trying to argue and what he's trying to say. But in the direction we're going, I think it's stupid. Unless I'm missing something, which I may be. I may be missing something, but I don't think in the time of Trump, a show whose premise is we need to be more individualistic and the world used to be better back in the old days, and we need to do radical reactionary politics to change things back so that a white American woman from Arizona or New Mexico could get her way and go back to making vapid fucking, like, I know that's not the message, which is why I'm like, this can't be the message. This can't be the message. Vince is too smart for this. So I know I'm missing something. So I'm waiting to see the rest of the season before I drop. But like right now, I'm watching it like. And the other thing that really bothers me is how come none of the non-aligned people are actually dedicating their time to helping the hive solve problems? Like all of them are just sitting back in delusional mode like idiots, are doing like hedonism. And it's like the hero that's going to be an ally of the American is a Latin American conservative shut-in. He's going to help set back reactionary politics. He's going to set the rest of the world back. What? I hope I'm missing something. Again, I hope I'm missing something. Also, who hates his own mother, which is a huge red flag. Misogynist who hates his own mother. I'm just like, maybe I'm overinterpreting it. I'm still waiting. I'm not going to draw a conclusion yet. But so far, I'm like, this is not what I expected. I'm going to let him cook, though. Some people genuinely have bad mothers, Mike. In art, when we're interpreting art, we have to go off of what is shown or displayed or strongly implied by the scenes that actually take place. You're not supposed to eject your own baggage that has absolutely nothing to do with what is being presented on the screen into it in order to justify a character's actions. That is weird. If you hate your mother, see a character on screen who says, "My mother's a bitch," and then you go like, "Yeah, so is mine." That's not what's being communicated by. That's you injecting an interpretation that has no relation to what's happening on screen. So when you have a character saying, "I hate my own mother," that's not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be like, well, some mothers are bad. You're supposed to be like, what has the mother done on screen? Or what has been revealed to me so far for me in order for me to judge that? It's like, I'll give you an example. A character walks on screen and full length kicks a puppy, killing it. Now you could say, well, puppies could have rabies. That puppy could have had rabies. But unless you see the fucking mouth foaming, you're supposed to interpret that as psychotic and evil. Now, there's ways to interpret this. A better argument would be like, Mike, this is telling you why he resists the hive's manipulations, because they're using his mother, which is weird because you would think they would know that he doesn't like his mother because she has his mother's thing. So it's either a plot hole or he's psychotic. Because if the hive mind would know, hey, his mother always mistreated him, so let's not send and his mother hates him, so let's not send his mother as our diplomat, right? They would understand that because they would have the hive mind brain. So the only way, so either it is a plot hole or he's psychotic. Neither one is good. Again, you asked me about Pluribus. I'm giving you my take so far, which is it's kind of fuck up. It's kind of fucking up. I'm sussy of it. I'm sussy of it. I gotta be honest. I'm sussy of it. He had Asman syndrome and trusted no one, so his mother is the closest. Yes, and he's the hero. Mike, he called her a bitch to signal his alignment with Carol, not a reference to his previous relationship with his mom. Carol called his mom a bitch on the phone. Yes, she did, but she was insulting him because he wouldn't pick up her phone call. And he said so she said the curse words she knows in Spanish because, again, she's a white lady from New Mexico who somehow doesn't know any Spanish. The hero, by the way. All I'm saying is I know Vince is going to land this plane. I'm waiting for how he's going to land this plane. But so far, if the goal is to make me go, the hive mind is stupid and can't solve simple problems, and the hero sucks and I hate her, which I don't usually do. Like, I was a Skylar supporter. I'm a Skylar supporter. She was right. Skylar was right. All right. Like, I liked how he wrote Skylar. I thought that was how a real human being would act. That's how the stay-at-home wife of a chemistry teacher who had young children would act if she found out that her husband was fucking trying to sell drugs. Okay. She was a human being that exists. All right. The only people that don't like her are, as I said, the people that thought Uncut Gems was just 90 minutes of yelling. Okay. But she fucked Ted because she should have fucked Ted. Walt was committing all sorts of crimes without her fucking say so, and putting her whole entire family in jeopardy. And it was her only way of seizing her own power again and not just being a cowed fucking non-entity that was an abuse victim. She finally stood up to Walt and said, oh, you think you could just do whatever you want? So can I. Fuck you, Walt. That was fucking based. I'm glad she did. Now Ted sucks. Meanwhile, Walt is fucking poisoning children and murdering people, including someone that he knew and was friendly with because he was competition to Walt's control. Again, Walt sucks. It is evil. If you want a real tragic character, that is Saul. Saul Goodman is the tragic character. Walt is the piece of shit. Better Call Saul is a million times better than Breaking Bad, and it's not even funny. And I do think Better Call Saul, if I was like gonna sit down and watch a show right now, I think I would watch that show because that show rocks. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, okay. Pluribus, so far sussy and not quite intelligent enough. I need something. I need a twist because right now it's not hitting for me. It's not hitting for me. And I love Vince and I love the actress who plays Carol. There's so much there, but it's not cooking for me. It's not hitting for me. There's too much that I'm like, even the HDP, which I'm not going to explain what that is, but even HDP, from a purely utilitarian perspective, I could understand it, right? Like, I could understand it from a purely utilitarian perspective. I get it. But I think it's almost like low IQ bait. It's like to get the low IQ members of the audience to think the hive mind is evil or something. And it's just like, I don't agree with it. I find it disgusting. I find it to be, you know, kind of vile, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of understand it.